Ukrainian soldiers continue to fight against the Russian occupation forces. This is the Donetsk region, near the village of Turny. Ukrainian kamikaze drone pilots greet the Russians with hellish precision strikes. Here, a Russian truck used for transporting ammunition and personnel was attacked and destroyed by 2 kamikaze drones. Another truck, used to transport dragon teeth, blocks to stop heavy armored vehicles. This is a Russian bukanka, modified to transport assault groups. One hit from a kamikaze drone is enough to destroy it. Improperly parked Russian motorcycle, destroyed. A camouflaged Russian artillery gun. Another artillery gun that requires immediate destruction. An anti-aircraft installation placed next to a destroyed armored personnel carrier. Destruction of Russian electronic warfare systems. As well as Russian mortars. This is the Kursk region, near the village of Turny, the combat buffer zone. Ukrainian kamikaze drone pilots conducted a safari on Russian Marines who were destroyed while attempting to storm Ukrainian positions. Ukrainian drone pilots are flying to attack Russian dugouts, also called burrows. That's because they go deep underground. And also to leave the houses where Russian soldiers are hiding. Also, Kursk region. Russians on 2 tanks under the Soviet Union flag are heading for an assault, but on the way, they are intercepted by Ukrainian kamikaze drone pilots and begin to attack. Earlier, 1 Russian convoy was already defeated here, leaving only scrap metal. After the hit, the tank was torn to pieces. A clear explosion was visible. It was completely filled with ammunition. After the tanks were destroyed, drone operators began destroying other armored vehicles. The stupidest thing a Russian infantryman can do when he sees a drone is to run out into an empty field with no cover. Many Russians hide in the basement, and it is better than running out into the field. Here, Special Operations Forces drone operators destroy a Russian T-80 tank with 2 drones. Huge fire rises above the tank, turning it into a pile of hot metal. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone discovered a hidden Russian Nona self-propelled artillery system. Drone pilots immediately began to destroy it. Here's another Russian bukanka modified to carry assault groups. The Russians are very fond of using it in their assaults, although it has no armor. As I said earlier, the worst thing that can happen to a Russian soldier is to meet a kamikaze drone in an empty field. Here, Ukrainian pilots of the 3rd Assault Brigade, the crew of the Vitrolom, attack a very well-armored Russian tank. The drone pilot was aiming at a vulnerable spot between the turret and the tank hull, but as we can see, this hit did not cause him any problems. We can see something flying away from the tank, but it is cumulative armor which detonates when it hits and does not allow the tank to be damaged. The tank turns on its camouflage smoke. But as we see later, it moves and becomes a visible target again. A neighboring unit strikes it, but the attack causes no damage, and the tank continues to advance. And here is the pilot of the Vitrolom drone, selecting the right angle to deliver a devastating blow to the tank and destroy it. As we can see, the tank is driving away unharmed. The drone pilot aims again at the turret, but hits the track. The scout drone observes the situation to confirm a clear hit. It is possible that the track will tear, but there is a small chance of that happening. As seen, the tank continues to move, so it's necessary to keep delivering strikes. The drone pilot is again flying to attack the tank, but it has already stopped. It is not known what happened or why it stopped. Perhaps the crew decided to abandon it, or the tank became uncontrollable. But in any case, it must be destroyed so that the Russians do not tow it away and use it again to attack Ukrainian territory. The drone operator is trying to choose the best place to attack the tank, but it is extremely difficult to keep control of the drone because the tank is equipped with electronic warfare and creates very powerful interference with the drone's control. In addition, the entire tank is protected by a mesh, and it is necessary to find the most vulnerable spot. Here, the drone pilot identifies a weak spot. He aims to hit the hatch to trigger an internal explosion and set the tank on fire from the inside. A reconnaissance drone confirms the hit, and the shell detonates. Artillerymen also join the attack. But this is not enough to completely destroy the tank, so another kamikaze drone flies towards it. We can see some parts of the tank burning, but the flames are not large enough to trigger a detonation of the tank. The drone pilot again aims at the hatch to deliver another targeted strike. He flies into the hatch and destroys a Russian T-90 tank. The next target is a Russian armored personnel carrier. It is standing in a field, having previously deployed infantry and been damaged by Ukrainian drone pilots. Now, it needs to be destroyed. It is clear that this armored personnel carrier was also equipped with electronic warfare equipment, as the image shows interference and weak control. However, the drone operator still needs to destroy it. The drone hits the armored personnel carrier, and this is confirmed by the reconnaissance drone. Now, it's a matter of waiting until the flames engulf the entire vehicle and burn it to the ground. The fire catches it and it explodes. Thank you friends for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos. This material was prepared by Hustler. See you soon.